What's up, dreamers, and welcome to another episode of Helpful Dreams. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. I'm super excited to be onboarding a huge client into my marketing business today, but I didn't want to miss the opportunity to put together a video as well. And today we're going to be diving into the top 7 strategies that Ed Mylett suggests we use in order to become true champions in our own lives. Ed Mylett is one of the top business leaders, peak performance experts, and global keynote speakers in the world today. While many leaders and speakers just talk the talk, Ed is a team-made millionaire who has built one of the most prolific financial service businesses the world has ever seen. Ed has a passion for mentoring and coaching others on what it takes to become a champion in all areas of life. He has shared the stage and has very close personal relationships with other business legends such as Tony Robbins, John Maxwell, Phil Knight, and many others. Today we're going to be looking at his top advice that he gives people on being a true champion in your own life, and so we're going to hop into it right now. Strategy number 1 is to max out your life by altering your beliefs. Ed Mylett believes that a good person does not take more from life's table than they believe they deserve. He believes we all have a life governor that functions similar to a thermostat, and when we truly get things going in life, our mind tends to subconsciously dial things back to help put us more at ease. He believes that this identity governor is dictated by our belief systems, and each time we reach a new level, our belief system has to also raise to match that level, or else we'll constantly try and go back to our previous status quo. He advises to keep pushing through, get used to these new levels of activity and even loads of stress at times, because we have to adapt and we have to make the new normal, or else we can tend to fall victim to being pulled back into our comfort zone. And he believes that we constantly have to be altering and working on our beliefs and our personal philosophy in order to set new identity governors, which is new status quos that we feel comfortable at, in order to progress on to bigger levels in life. He believes also to expand your identity governor, you must put yourself in situations that demand more from you. Putting yourself in challenging situations will help you rise to the occasion and increase your output to create a new level of productivity and a new level of functioning. He also believes to increase this identity governor, you must surround yourself with people that are at a higher level than you. We've all heard that we're the product of the 5 closest people that we spend most of our time with, and this is true. If you're consistently around people who are at a higher level, they'll push you and they'll bring you up to their level. This is why networking is so important, and beginning to hang out with higher caliber individuals will demand more from you, and it will help you rise to their level. We must be careful not to spend too much time with lower caliber individuals that we may have known our whole lives but haven't done much with their lives, and this can create an effect that actually pulls us back down to their level because they're relying on you to bring them up. And so it's important to search for the people who you can meet that are in situations that you want to be in, or they've accomplished things that you want to accomplish in your life, and learn from them and spend time with them. You can save years of trial and error this way. The next step to maximizing your life is serving others. If you've been spinning your wheels trying to be successful in business and in your life, sometimes it's important to figure out how you can serve people better. And all businesses were formed from a common problem. It's a good strategy to be able to seek out problems and things that are difficult, because these often hide the answers of what needs to be brought to the marketplace and how you can better serve people. If you have a hard time with something, chances are someone else has a hard time with it as well. And if you learn how to make that difficult process easier, you can bring that to the world in order to serve at your top capacity. Serving others will bring meaning to your life and also add to your self-confidence, and it's also built into our human nature to want to contribute, because at the end of our lives we can look back and know that we brought our best to the table every time. We left the world a better place than when we got here, and that can bring a whole level of resolution to your life. The next step is maximizing your life through overcoming adversity. When we're struggling, we tend to look at all the reasons why we shouldn't be doing what we're doing. If things feel difficult to us, we ask ourselves, should I really be doing this? Or is this really for me? Instead of looking for ways to succeed, Ed suggests we focus on getting through and recognizing failure as a learning experience every time it arises. This allows us to reframe it and try to figure out what we can learn from this situation. And we can also learn our strengths and weaknesses this way, and learn to delegate maybe things that we aren't good at to other people to handle, so that we can free up time to do what we're best at. And you would never know these things if you haven't experienced failure and gone through it and came out the other side. So really, in a path to success, we really have no choice but to keep stepping forward and looking for solutions rather than the issues with our life. The next step is finding mentors and people you can look up to. As adults, we require the same encouragement as we were younger, if not more, because we're in more difficult situations. And so we can look up the ladder to mentors who have already achieved what we want to achieve and learn from them. And like I said, this saves years of time from trial and error, because people have already paved the way and gone through the difficulties that you're experiencing right now. And so finding a great mentor is really important. That's part of this channel, is we want to bring knowledge. From all of the different mentors into one place. And this is a key to my life passion, is putting this all together and having a source for people who maybe don't have mentors, because I believe that's so important in crafting your personal philosophy and your belief systems that will drive you up the ladder to success. And for those people who don't have the group of 5 to 10 individuals that are at a higher level around them, you can use the internet and information that's at our fingertips to create a type of synthetic friend base that you can learn from by getting these groups of mentors that you follow around. And so this is super important on your way to success. And this is one of the things that brought me to success, and a reason why I'm so passionate about the topics that we cover. The next step is you can maximize your life by getting up fast and early. Everyone you know who has been successful in the past has been knocked down at one point. The key is not staying knocked down for too long, because you're only losing while you're knocked down and dormant and not progressing. We must learn to have a reaction that when we get knocked down, we can quickly recover and get back up and get back into our flow state. And this is what divides the strong from the weak in life. We have to develop the habit of not ruminating and dwelling on our failures, and be able to quickly recover and change our track of thought in order to get back to where we were and rework the situation so that it can work in our benefit instead of our demise. If you've recently been knocked down, get back up and get back in the game. Staying put isn't helping you, and waiting for the perfect time to do something isn't helping you either. You're letting time slip through the cracks. Put a stop to it and get to work. The next step is relying on your habits and developing your habits. There's a common misconception that successful people are just more motivated or inspired, but the truth is they actually have to rely on their habit processes. get through their lowest points. They have to develop a structure and routine that they can fall back on and go through as if it's an automated process when they're feeling down and out. Developing key healthy habits that you can fall back on will carry you through the most difficult times, and it will also allow you to have smaller objectives in your life that you're consistently completing that will add to your confidence and bring momentum to your life so that you can continue further down the road. A good tip is to learn to control the first hour of your day and the last hour of your day. This gives you a sense of control, and it also allows your mind to ease into sleep patterns and also wake up and reconnect yourself with the day and productivity that will come. Like Jim Rohn would say, we have to learn to be proactive rather than reactive, and this takes putting a plan together that you can follow each day and fulfilling that plan. The next step is to develop the mindset of a champion. Ed Mylett uses the analogy of dipping your toe into cold water before jumping in. He believes that it's better to jump right into situations rather than prolong the agony of getting into them and getting used to them. That it's far better that if you're nervous about going up to meeting an individual, just to start walking to that person. And he believes if there's situations that we're nervous about, such as looking for that perfect position of work that we want to get into, we must just start making the phone calls today and just jump right into it today, because over planning and over analyzing is only going to add to your suffering in the long run. If we get over the beginning processes quickly that feel the most uncomfortable, we can move on into adapting into the new status quos in our life. That concludes our time for today. Please check out our other videos on the channel if you like this type of content. I wish the best for you and your family. Much love and much blessings. I'll see you guys on the next one.